So here's what we know. Overnight, there was that drug smuggling attempt. Israel seized something like $300,000 worth of drugs at its border with Egypt. Not an uncommon thing there, by the way. Then later, they found that two Israeli soldiers who were at the border had been shot. It emerged that the person who had shot them was an Egyptian border patrolman or policeman who had crossed over. After that was about 9 a.m., something like 12 a.m., they found the assailant. There was an exchange of gunfire. He killed a third Israeli soldier and was shot himself. So this is what I can tell you about what is turning out to be one of the worst incidents on that border since the peace deal was signed way back in 1979, over 40 years ago.
Now, it's quite something, isn't it, this exchange of fire between the two nations. Why do you think it happened, and how are they now reacting?
Well, we haven't heard from the politicians. There hasn't been an official reaction yet. We have heard from the two security services, and their accounts are slightly different. What the Egyptian military says is that he crossed the border, this border patrol officer crossed the border as part of the drug smuggling incident, trying to stop them, and then got caught up accidentally with Israeli soldiers. Israel's version is slightly different. Because they say the times don't exactly match on that. They're not sure, and they're still investigating what the motive was, because if it really was accidental, why, some hours later is there still that exchange of fire, many hours later after the initial assault attack. So it's not yet clear. I have heard one interesting fact on Israeli media. They are saying that this particular unit is actually made up of ex-prisoners. It's part of their rehabilitation to be sent to this part of far away from the rest of Egyptian society. And that perhaps that might be part of the motives that Israel is now looking into. But at the moment, we don't know why this really very severe incident, actually happened.
Now, you've already touched upon it, but how big an issue is drug smuggling across this border?
In fact, there aren't many military incidents, but there is a lot of smuggling. Drugs, human trafficking. This is one of the borders. Israel built a big fence here to try and stop that because it was really porous, and they were getting many refugees coming across, as well as human trafficking of women and many drugs. I think there is less human trafficking now, but the drug smuggling still goes on. I was reporting on something just a week ago at this same spot.